Well, again, under my wig, real quick, and we're going to talk about it, is Miss Shane Dawson.
Oh,
girl.
we
We have to, because if we don't touch on that real quick, we're going to miss it. And we are the 802. We love to drag, because what we are sickening, and it's our podcast and not yours.
This girl. This.
Uh,
Oh God.
right.
Tell the girls. Tell the children.
Right. Right. Where do I even start with Shane Dawson? So, Shane Dawson...
How do you wake up every day and just look like you neck 3 Mountain Dews before
God.
you even get out of bed? Like, that is what his face gives. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So...
How do you look like? Not only have you been sponsored by Matalan, but not, like, even Matalan said no to you. Okay? You have to get one of those, like, order-to-door catalogs to provide you with your clothes. How do you look like that? How is that the way you go out and you have this many followers?
It's just an absolute joke, but this is what's going to shock me. So for listeners, if you don't know who Shane Dawson is, Shane Dawson is like a YouTuber. I don't even know if he's going to have a career after this, so let's just say he uses YouTube to do stuff. So Shane Dawson has been losing at least 100,000 subscribers every day after his YouTube apology and row with Jaden Smith. The YouTuber has been falling out of favor in a big way after he was accused of sexualizing Jaden's young sister, who we love for her favorite song, Whip It. I whip my hair back and forth, Miss Willow, when she was only 11. Shane posted this video taking accountability, which saw him apologize for using blackface and racial slurs in the past. My thing is this with you, Miss Dawson. This is not the first time you have been called out for your racism. This is not the first time. What annoys me is the fact that the cancel culture works for the wrong people, and you should have been cancelled time ago. You and Miss Jeffree Star, because you all apologize and you go and say, I'm really sorry, I should have known better. But no, you still, companies and brands still support you and stuff. But now Morphe is now saying, oh well, we're pulling off the palette that he did with Jeffree Star. No, you need to pull him and Jeffree Star, not just Shane, because they're both terrible people, and I am sick and tired of people like these individuals using their privileges and getting away with it because, you know, they could just sit there and put, you know, rub some fake onion under the eye and cry and say, I'm really sorry. Are you really sorry? Because if you're sorry, you wouldn't have done it the first time, and you did it more than once, Miss Dawson. So you know what you need to do? Get away. And I am so, and you know what? I am so sick and tired of having to, like, I actually said this to someone the other day. I am sick and tired of being a black person having to tell people over and over again why we are so sick and tired of talking about racism, because we're sick of it. We have been, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Shane has been doing this and what was interesting is the fact that you sexualized an 11-year-old girl back at the time. And you really think that her mother, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith, was going to let that pass you? Have you seen who they are? Do you know who they are, Shane? They are the most powerful, no, actually the second most powerful black couple after...
I'd say third.
I'd say third. Yeah, I'd say third. Well, we're going to put Barack and Michelle first. Yes, and then we have Beyonce and Jay-Z.
And then you got Jay and Beyonce. And
right.
Then Will and Jada. Yeah.
So I want you, Mr. Shane, to go sit at that red table. Sit with Jada. Let's see how if you're really sorry, go to that table and talk, because honey, they will rip you to shreds. And we will love to see it.
I do not need Shane turning up on that show. I do not. This is the problem is. So he has apologized for this, I'm sure, once a year for the past 7 years.
Yes.
Apologized for some form of racism or offensive thing that he's decided to do, and then he gets on the camera and he just cries like, and I'm so sorry, and I'm no better, and I'm growing. And like, if you're growing, then grow.
Yes.
Why are we doing this over and over and over again? And every brand that's come out this time been like, we're ending our partnership with Shane Dawson. Why did you have one in the first place? This has been publicly available. The Willow Smith thing is not new. People knew about that. People are bringing this up again, just pointing at it, but like, this is still here. This is still something that you did that we are aware of. Obviously, the Smiths weren't aware of it until recently because, I mean, if Jaden sees Shane in the street, I'd need Shane. You could better run and hide somewhere because Jaden is big mad at you. And so all these brands come out and they're like, "Oh, we'll not be supporting Shane Dawson. We won't be working with Shane Dawson anymore." It's like, so it really does. Who does your background checks? Does anyone look into anybody anymore?
I
or
really
are you just
don't
waiting
know.
for all of us to do it for you and to be like, "Hey girl, maybe you shouldn't be working with this one." Like, "Hey girl, maybe you shouldn't be supporting Jeffree Star because of all the racist incidents in the past and the fake apologies and there's been absolutely no change in behavior and the way he treats other black influencers, black makeup artists, and how he comments about black women, and how this is still a thing that happens, and how he's so successful now and so like wealthy and above it. He doesn't feel the need to change. Of course, why would he? Everything's going fucking well for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, every time he leans further into being the arsehole that he definitely is, he gets more money, and the same thing happens with Shane Dawson. And there is an ability, especially if you are a YouTuber, to have the support of teenagers who do not yet have capacity to fully understand these issues and the impact that these actions are having on marginalized communities, who will support you, not only just support you, but also accept your apology for us, which, if you are listening and you are not part of a community who is actively targeted by these actions, please do not accept the apology for the community that is. It's so frustrating to see when somebody has been offensive to black women and then does their fake ass apology. That everyone except black women says, "Oh, good, you apologize. See, I hope we can all just move past this." Like, it's not for you to move past, girl. No. It's for you to sit on the side, eat some popcorn, and see what happens, and see if the apology is genuine and if there's a genuine change in behavior. And if there is not that, then it is perfectly reasonable and okay for the offended party to remain offended. And even if the apology is genuine, if the people in that offended party choose not to fuck with that person anymore, they can choose that. They are allowed to do that. They shouldn't all have to get over it and move on just because you've done that, because you just want to see what the next video is.
Amen.
I'm tired with her. And do you know what's really upsetting? Really upsetting is that there is one YouTuber who has done some questionable stuff, has taken accountability for it, and has shown genuine growth. And Jenna Marbles is the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
And she has just now taken the choice to come off YouTube to reflect and to take some time away from it, and because of what she did in the past. And all the response to Jenna Marbles have been like, "We've seen the growth and we understand that and we can accept the apology." And it is such a shame that Jenna Marbles has taken it upon. Well, it makes sense and it's her choice, but I would say, for me, it's a shame that she has had taken those steps when there has been genuine growth on her part, and like visible growth, and helping the community and speaking up to people in power and talking to privilege that she has all done and demonstrated. Whereas somebody like Shane will just say, "I'm sorry, continue to be terrible and continue to be successful for it."
Amen. And you know what, Shane? I wouldn't even like, I just won't even like touch on the topic anymore, because it's like, I'm like, you just need to realize that what you've done, it was terrible, and you need to learn from it, because the apology to my people, our people, we're not good. We're not okay. We're not okay with it. But we're not going to give you the satisfaction you want and get angry about it, because we have bigger fish to fry right now, and we're hungry.
Oh, honestly, I haven't had lunch yet, and I'm ready to go. But yeah,
again,
get her out of here. Just let her leave.
Yeah, we've had enough. We've had enough.
Jeffree can go to that.
Just, before we bring in our guest, I just want to say this real quick about this whole situation. What was interesting, when Jeffree got like accused of like being racist. Did you see what he did on his channel? Did you see what he did?
No.
He had a Latin/mixed race gay person come over to his house, and they were going on a date, and he made him do his makeup. And I was like, this is the way how you say you're not racist? Wow, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Who
because racists have
fucking
never
who?
dated us.
Yeah.
I
Ugh.
got. I'm right. Remind me to tell you this in a story later episode because we haven't got time now. But I will tell
Yeah.
you the time I went on a date with a racist.
Oh my
And,
god.
like,
That's gonna be a
just because you
story.
date us, and to be honest, not even dating us, like there is a difference between black people and Latino people. There's a difference between minorities. Let's not forget that. So just because you date a minority doesn't mean that you are not racist. Okay. Just because you fuck us doesn't mean you ain't racist. Okay.
Amen. So we need to stop sexualizing and just making black men fantasies and black women fantasies. It's just awful. We have work to do, but we will have that conversation another day. But for now, we need to get into our guest of the day. So I'm just gonna so as part of our Pride Inside with Pride Part 2. This is just a little few things I had to say, so sit back, relax, and listen to my voice. Pride means a lot of things to loads of people around the globe. For many, it's a time to take to the streets, throw on all the glitter, and come together to celebrate. For others, it represents a time of reflection, a time when we acknowledge how far our LGBTQ plus community has come, thanks to activists and allies such as Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Rivera, and Stormy Delaver, who fought for our rights during the Stonewall riots in June 1969. For this week's 802 Inside with Pride Part 2, we're joined by Spencer Cooper. He's an active member of the LGBTQ plus community, founder of For the Love of Queers, and host of the podcast Queer Talk, and also a fan of the show. So after the break, we'll welcome to the 802 Spencer Cooper.
Boop.